we've made it. A lot of people passed in this year, have left this reality. A lot of the players have left the game, right? So we are actually the fortunate ones that are still here. Okay, so the game of life has been kind of tough this year because of all the changes and the challenges of life in general, right? This year has been awesome, I must say. It has been amazing, very challenging, but very amazing. So I'm not sure if you guys can also agree on that, right? That 2024 has been amazing. Very challenging, but amazing, right? Because challenges means that there's an opportunity for growth. And where there's an opportunity for growth, there's always opportunity for having a wonderful time. So growth means we're leveling up. Challenges come to stretch us, so we're supposed to kind of open ourselves to the challenge as it comes, because after all, life is meant to be enjoyed, guys. To be enjoyed, we have to enjoy ourselves, to enjoy life, and to be creators of this reality intentionally. Okay, so now we know about manifesting, we know about manifesting, we know about leveling up, we know about all these good things, right? So what do we do with all this knowledge? What we do with all this knowledge? That's what 2024 is all about. You have the knowledge now, it's online, it's everywhere, nothing is hidden anymore. You understand? If all the truths are coming out, who did what in the dark, all came out. It's all coming out from 2022, actually 2023, 2024, and now we're rolling into 2025, right? A year of great upheaval, guys. A year of great upheaval where things are going to be changing drastically. I mean, new technologies from 2025 to 2030, there's going to be a great influx of technology. So the technologies we have now are going to seem like nothing compared to what's coming through, guys. So we need to be open to the changes coming through, right? So I'm Sissy, life coach and motivational speaker, right? If you have not as yet, please do so. Like and follow me on TikTok, right? And on Instagram as well, and also on YouTube as well. You can also subscribe on there as well, on my YouTube. Okay, so my YouTube is basically where I put the longer videos in, right? Where I put all the other stuff that I'm involved in, podcasting and stuff like that, right? So yeah, anyway, today's topic, guys, is all about your inner environment, your inner self, your inner environment. Now your inner environment is made of your self concept, who you really believe you are, right? And in that whole self concept, there's thoughts, there's emotions, there's actions. Your inner self. Your inner self, my dear, is very important, because your inner self is what roots you here in this reality. If your inner self, or your root chakra and your sacral chakra and your third chakra, which is your solar plexus chakra, is not open up and healthy, you don't feel balanced here in this reality, because of the fact that these chakras, these energies, which are part of you, right? I made a video, I think it was 2 weeks ago, about speaking about the chakras, right? Basically, what I was talking about there is your energy, your chi, who you really are. Now, who you really are, sometimes in most cases, is actually divorced from your inner thoughts, right? Your belief systems, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. Okay, so we have a inner environment and we have an outer environment. Okay, now the inner environment can be influenced by the outside, meaning all the things that are happening in your little universe, in your little reality, right? So we all have our own little realities, our own little micro realities. I have my own, you have your own. Then we have a collective reality that we see now playing out. You understand? Like, we see how we get to know what's going on in the macro is what we see and read about. What we see on the news, what we see online, that's now the macro. You understand? But the micro is us. Each and every one of us is very, very important in this whole matrix game. Very, very important, right? Because without our energies, there can never be a collective reality. You understand? So your personal self, personal self is very important. So how do you keep yourself healthy and strong? Okay, simple things. Maintain things like eating food, the right food, moving, exercises, right? That kind of thing. That's the physicality. What you're drinking, what you put in your vessel, because your vessel is your avatar, right? Your vessel is not the true you. It's not your higher self, right? It represents your lower self. That self, which is your ego. Okay, so now your ego is always wanting and never ever 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 gets satisfied because it's your ego. It wants more. It'll push you to get more. But now the ego is based on the material world. It's not based on the spiritual world. Okay, that's why you need to kill your ego. But now, not per se kill your ego, because your ego is important, but you need to tame your ego. You need to tame it down. You need to get control of your ego. You need to know it even does exist. Most people don't know that they're being controlled by their ego. So when you don't exist and know something exists, it controls you on the back end. So you think you this I, you think you, or maybe I would think I am Sisian, right? And then all the decisions that I'm making are coming from me. Yes, but they're coming from different sides of me. Okay, there's the higher self and the lower self. The higher self is linked to your spirituality. It's linked to your love. It's linked to your understanding of your true nature and who you are here. Okay, so back to the thoughts, the actions, and the emotions. Now, the thoughts and action emotions are your inner environment. Your inner environment spills out, right? And it creates words, because from your thoughts come words, okay? Ideas and words, right? Then your words may then trigger actions, okay? That's why actions are very important when it comes to creating your reality. However, actions are coming from your thoughts, your belief system, your inner environment, and your words or your spells. So we're constantly spilling out words, and these words can either be from our higher self or from our lower self. Now, how do you recognize your higher self from your lower self, guys? Simple. Your higher self will always want the best for you. Your higher self doesn't want instant gratification. Your higher self is like your Christ consciousness. You understand? Your higher self is close to God. Your higher self is your godly self. That self that sees the fulfillment of you in your best possible highest timeline. Okay? When I'm talking about timeline, I'm talking about a time in your life where everything is working out for your divine purpose. That's your highest timeline. You understand? In anything that you do, we have different types of timelines in our reality. Sometimes we're feeling down, and sometimes we're feeling like we are victims of this reality. Okay, when our I think it's your solar plexus is not strong enough, when you're feeling unbalanced in life, your self-worth is low, and your solar plexus is weaker. Okay, now your solar plexus is like a sun, so it needs to be tuned in every day, and people don't understand that because we don't know these things. We're not taught about these philosophies and concepts. Now, the whole idea about the chakras, the chakras coming from the Sanskrit language. It's coming from the Eastern philosophies. Okay, so if you're in Africa, you're not really taught, unless now you see it online. It's everywhere. Okay, and you don't have to change religion and believe in any God, whatever, to understand your chakras. Your chakra system has nothing to do with your religious belief. Okay, as I said in my previous videos, religion and spirituality is two different animals altogether. Religion is very political. It's in the game. It's one of the major traps in the game. If you're not religious, then you're spiritual. Okay, and if you're spiritual in terms that you even believe in traditional spiritual practices like ancestry and stuff like that, that's fine as well. Okay, however, there is also polarized, right? Spirituality is also polarized because of the fact that we're living in a matrix that's made up of the yin and the yang, the checkerboard. There has to be the negative and the positive. It has to balance. The negative and the positive has to balance out, right? So that's why even in spirituality, even in religion, There are the good sides of it and the bad sides, and we can't divorce the two. However, guys, we have the power to tune in and decide what resonates with us. People understand that certain things are not right when they go to church and they learn all these things, because they can see the pastor saying something else but he's doing something else. Okay, or you can even see that they're misinterpreting the so-called verses of the Bible. These type of things, people pick up on these things, and it's okay to ask questions. It's okay for you to be intuitive, to use your intuition when it comes to your own belief system. Okay, now back to the chakras. The chakras are very important elements of who we are, right? They carry our chi, our God-given chi. So everybody's born with energy that we can use in the game from the time you were born to the time you pass. Okay, energies that can be cultivated to add, because every single day we're using energy, right? So the energy that we're using must be replaced. So how will you replace energies in the game? By being more positive, by looking at the brighter side of things, by being grateful, by cultivating gratitude. That will bring up more energy for your game, right? Because if you are constantly in low frequency and you're constantly complaining, you're constantly doing things that don't make sense and not adding value to your game here, what it does, it eats in your energy, right? Now remember that we sleep, we wake up and we eat and we do work, physical things. Now every single thing in this game is attached to energy, right? Every single thing is attached to energy, right? Now your thought system helps a lot in terms of how you're going to use your certain energies. Now remember, if you have low frequency and you're constantly thinking of negative thoughts all the time, you're eating from your energy, right? So you don't have enough chi, right? So you're not able to generate more chi because you're constantly negative, right? You're constantly thinking of negative things. You're constantly complaining about your reality. You're constantly comparing yourself to others. You're constantly being jealous. You're constantly complaining and you're skinnering. You're talking about other people, bringing them down because you don't feel full enough. People that talk about other people negatively and are always putting other people down don't have enough positive energy in themselves. They lack love for themselves. They lack understanding for themselves. So it's important for us to understand these things, right? So now we're living in a reality where we know now everything is energy. And it's been proven, even the scientists agree. It's no more a spiritual hoo-ha, whatever. It's not a conspiracy. It's a real reality that we are energy and we have electricity running through us, okay? And in the game, that's the same energy we're using to create our reality, okay? So thoughts are things, because thoughts become our belief, okay? So when you have a constant thought and you have it all the time, right? That thought becomes your belief system. Belief systems can be concrete. They become like crystallized, especially when you really have deep emotion. That's where emotion comes in. So emotion pushes or energizes our thoughts, which become our beliefs, because our thoughts are constantly having the same thoughts all the time, that yes, I am beautiful, I'm fantastic, I can do this, I can do anything I will put my mind to. If you think like that long enough, what happens basically, that thought becomes your belief system. It becomes your assumption in life, right? Now you're sitting up there and you're building these great thoughts about yourself. And believe me, remember, this is your inner world. It's nothing to do with what your neighbor thinks about you. It has nothing to do with what your manager thinks about you. It has nothing to do with what your cousin thinks about you. This is your inner world. So if you sit in there and build your inner self and make it big and increase your energy with positivity, right? You're able to then pull in every single thing in your reality that's aligned to their thoughts of being this wonderful, creative, awesome person, right? I'm learning to be a better female, a better lover, a better wife, a better mother. I'm getting better at this game of life, you know what I mean? My husband is so happy with me because I'm getting better. I'm a beautiful person. I'm always looking at the positive things in life, right? This is what you are cultivating. What are you doing unconsciously, without you even knowing? You are increasing your energy body, your light body. Your light body feeds on positive energies, okay? That's why it's called light body, because it's light. And where there's light, there's love, right? Where there's love, there's peace. Where there's peace, there's wellness. So we are creating this whole reality by us just being positive, guys. By us just being positive. So when you look at the month, the first day of December, look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm wonderful, I'm alive, and I'm thankful that I got here. A lot of people pause. A lot of people in hospital at this time, but me, look at me. I have everything that I need. I'm even on social media. I'm doing all these things. I'm with my family. I'm eating well. I'm living well. You've got to think of the positive at all times, guys, because that's gonna add energy to you. It adds energy to you. When you think of negative things, it pulls energy away from you. It leaves holes in your aura. Right, I made a video previously about the aura as well. If you go on my channel, you'll see all my videos that I speak about these little concepts. Okay, so if you're very interested, you can like and follow me on TikTok and on Instagram, right? So it's important for us to increase our energy each day. And how do you start doing that? By focusing on the positive things in your life. Complaining about things that don't work, don't help. You need to think of the positive. If it's not working, look at something else that's gonna make you happy, guys. Focus on the things that'll make you happy. You understand? Even if it means that you have beautiful skin, even if it means that you slept so well last night, even if small things, when you start building small things like a building blocks, to build your house of positivity, and you surround yourself with positive building blocks, positive people. If people are negative and they bring your energy down and they're exhausting you, they're energy vampires, move away from those people and isolate yourself, and then grow yourself, because you are more important in the game than the collective. Because without the individual, we cannot have a healthy collective reality here, right? So back to the concepts of thoughts, emotions, and actions. All these things work in a cycle. Your thoughts then become your belief system, okay? Your thoughts bring out those words of affirmation, those words to create, to bless yourself and bless other people. If you don't have anything positive to say, you're better off shut up. You're better off quiet. You're better off just observing. Do not say anything. If you have nothing positive to say to people, I tell you why. Because each time you spew out something, you are actually affecting that other person, and you're affecting yourself. You're affecting your soul. You're affecting your aura. Because when you spew out negativity, those words linger. Those words are things. Those words will create a reality. Those words don't land on the empty, barren land. They actually start creating a reality. So you need to always be careful of your words. If you're upset with somebody, go into your corner and digest that feeling, and ask yourself, why am I upset? Ask yourself, is it worth being upset? Ask yourself, what is this negative feeling doing to me in my soul? What is it doing to me? It's bringing me down. It's not good. So I decide to release all negativity. I decide to release all negativity, because I know that I am worth much more than this. I know that this situation is temporary. It's only a small piece of my reality, a small piece of my reality. I can actually override it with my own energies of positivity, guys. For those that are liking my video, thank you so much. Thank you so much, NoTT. Thank you for liking my video, my life, and this topic that I'm speaking about. And I hope that it's sparking some positivity in you and others as well. So if you like it, please click the like on my screen, guys. So tap the like so other people can join in this live, guys, because it's very important for us to understand that positivity goes a long way. And yes, we've heard it so many times before, right? But it doesn't mean that we need to ignore the bad feelings. If you're feeling bad, try and observe it. Look at it like you're looking at an item. It's a feeling. Why am I feeling like this? You look at it, you observe the feeling. I'm trying to understand where it's coming from. And when you understand where it's coming from, you're able to actually fix it. You understand? You're able to override it, to transmute it to positivity, because nothing is concrete here, sorry. Nothing is concrete in this reality. Everything is flaccid, but we think everything is concrete. You understand? I mean, I'm feeling down. I get up in the morning, I'm feeling down because maybe last night I didn't sleep very well, or I went to sleep upset, and I get up, and because when you sleep, guys, your mind records everything, and the next day the first thought you have is always connected to the last thought you had. That means it brings an emotion of your last emotion you had. So if your last emotion was negative, when you get up in the morning and you get a negative thought and a negative emotion, you need to hold it right there before you even put your foot on the ground. When you're on the bed and your eyes are open and the first thought comes of your negativity, you need to take care of it right there and there, so that when you put your foot down on the ground, you're able to be more positive, right? And say, well, that was yesterday. Today's a new day. Yes, okay, I was upset. Yes, he made me or she made me angry, whatever. Yes, I don't like the situation, but it's okay because today's a new day. Today, I choose to see life differently. You need to choose to see life differently every single day, because we're creating a new reality every day. You understand? So these thoughts, emotions, and actions are very important in the game of life. These are the things that create this reality. Our belief systems create this reality. Our assumptions, our core belief systems create our realities every single day, and we need to be aware about that, right? So if you observe your reality, observe your reality, and you don't really like what's in your life now, you are able to change it by simply observing those thoughts and those belief systems, and switch and change. You understand? Switch and change them to more positive, uplifting thoughts. You understand? Thoughts that are going to be more uplifting for you, that will benefit your game. Remember that, guys. The reason I'm talking about this is very important. Your thoughts, your belief systems, your words are very important, as I said, because they create your reality. Okay? And you can change them because they're not concrete. So when you observe and you don't like something in your life, you just feel uncomfortable with it, you don't want it, don't complain about it. Go into yourself and ask yourself, don't complain, go and ask yourself, write in your journal, I'm feeling like this about this situation in my life. Okay, why do I feel like this? Where can I link these feelings to? Or what can I link these feelings to? Okay, disappointment. Okay, I'm feeling, because my boyfriend is cheating. I'm feeling insecure, or I'm feeling maybe at work, I'm not feeling good enough because I'm feeling intimidated by the other people in my workplace. I'm feeling that I'm not good enough, right? Okay, so you ask yourself that, you got your answer, you write it down. Then you go back again, you ask yourself, why? Why am I feeling like this? Okay, why am I feeling like this? And then you think about it very carefully, guys. And remember, now your mind is beginning to work. Now you're beginning to get rid of all the junk, right? So now your subconscious mind is also starting to pick up on these things, and it's going to be a sudden change, because now you're rejecting these negative feelings. So your mind is willing to also change, and your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is where we are creating from. Okay, your subconscious mind has been equated to the godly entity of who we are. They say that the subconscious mind is your emotional body. It's part of your emotional body, right? So you are creating with emotions. God is about emotions. God speaks in emotions. The universe speaks in emotions. That's why emotions are important. That's why they're even cultivating people's emotions. You understand? For them to get more energy. I don't know if you heard about that story with Beyonce and all the other stuff, doing all that other that thing, showing the sign. Especially when people go to concerts, there's emotions. People are excited in the concerts. They actually feeding from people's emotions to create their own bloody realities, while you are giving your emotion away, and you're not fueling yourself and to be more positive, to fuel with more positive energy, so your chi can go up there using people's chi. Chi is used all the time, guys. It's neither wrong or right. It's just what it is. Even what I'm doing now, I'm cultivating chi, positive chi, and I'm getting positive feedback back. You understand? So we're helping each other here. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm raising your frequency with my frequency, and you are giving back good vibes back, right? That's how it works. It's just a game. It's just how it works. It's neither good or bad. So it's not evil. You understand? It's just what it is, because this game is an energy exchange. This game is all about energy, right? So whoever you're connecting with, always be careful who you putting too close in your reality, because you're going to be changing energy with that person. If that person's chi is low, you're going to be now using all your positivity to try and lift that person's energy, because of the fact that you can never be in contact with somebody who's not aligned to your energy. You understand what I'm trying to say? That kind of thing. That is why people that are normally depressed will listen to very dark music. People that are feeling down will listen to very dark music, because of the fact that it's a match to their frequency at that time. And remember that it's nothing is concrete, so you can raise your frequency, you can drop your frequency. It's up to you, okay? However, when you are manifesting and creating your reality, right, it's good to use, positive reality, right? Because you're gonna create it anyway. Even if you use low frequency, you're gonna manifest something. That's why depressed people still manifest things in their life aligned to that frequency of depression. You understand? So you need to understand the dynamics of this whole energy thing, okay? Energy is neutral, okay? And we decide on which direction we're going to go with our emotions. Are we going to raise it up? Are we going to keep it low? However, or keep it in the middle somewhere. It's up to us, right? So these words are very important. Words are very important, because words are spells. Words are magical wands. Words create things, because words are attached to emotion, right? Words are attached to emotions, and emotions create our reality. They expand our auras, and it pulls in that thing. If we could slow down the manifestation process and see how it really works, we'll all be amazed on how magical we are, how amazing we are, because we are magnets. And we also we are magnetic. That's why we have iron as one of our components of our blood, because of the iron. So when people have a low iron, they're normally very sickly, right? And when you're sickly, you cannot manifest good things in your life, right? You'll only manifest things according to the fact that you're not magnetic enough to pull things in your life that are aligned to goodness and wellness, okay, and love, because of the fact that, well, that's how it works. It's just the mechanics of who we are, right? So I mentioned that your thoughts are affected by your reality, okay? So people sometimes find themselves in certain situations that are low frequency, and then they keep on stuck in the same reality. And what they simply do, they keep on producing the same situation, because of the fact that they stuck in a certain reality. They're not living above it. Now, the whole idea about positivity is to live above your circumstance, right? You gotta live above your circumstance. If you're in a circumstance in your life where things are not so good, you're in a bad relationship and you're stuck in the relationship, you feel you're stuck, because we can never be stuck, because we are frequency, we are energy. Energy is always moving. It's always vibrating. Energy is always vibrating, so we're never really stuck. But we think we're stuck because we're in a relationship and we don't want to let go, because we feel fearful of letting go of this relationship. We feel fearful of owning our power, right? For example, especially if you're not making money, you're not attracting money in your reality, you're unemployed, you don't have any form of way of making money, you're depending on this person, right, to give you the money, and you're very, very unhappy in this relationship, right? And you just don't want this person, but you're stuck in this reality. You're stuck here because you're feeling that somehow you have no other choice, right? If you raise your frequency high enough to see the aerial view of your reality and reality in general, you will then get out of that mindset, okay? So you got to lift yourself up to see the aerial view of life in general and your own situation, because your friends, your neighbors, your mother, everybody can see it, and they're saying, but damn, Sissy, why are you in this relationship? Can't you see this man is not good for you? Can't you see that you can make money? Can't you see that you'd rather just go get a job? Can't you see that you can do your life? You understand? That kind of thing. You ask yourself, these things, right? And then you get the answers, because the whole idea is not to get stuck in your current situation. You must always live above your situation. See the silver line, right? A silver line around the cloud, as they say, right? Your situation. For me, I like to think about if you going above your situation and seeing the aerial view, right? But you need energy for that, okay? So if you are in a place where you're so depressed and you don't have enough energy to look up and raise yourself to see the aerial view of reality and see what other people are seeing, right? And there's also ways of you raising your frequency to do that. Now, number one, I always tell you, psychologists always tell people that suffer from depression, if they're feeling down, right? They tell them things like, go for a walk. What else? Look at comedy. Go eat good food. You know what I mean? Because food is always important, because food is good energy. But now remember, the foods that I'm talking about are alive foods. Food that can put that energy into you, like fresh fruits and vegetables. Things like that. Try eating like more fruits to raise your frequency. Drink more water. Move your body, because apparently our body is made of water. It's a 75% or something like that made of water. So when you move your body, it also regulates the water around to all your energy fields as well, to try and move the energy up and down, right? So you can have a shake in your life, and then automatically you start feeling better. Put some music on and listen to good vibey music. Enjoy life. Be grateful. Right? Look at the brighter things in life. Okay, so there are those people, guys, clearly, that cannot do that as simply as I'm saying, because they have chronic depression. They have an issue in their brain. Now, there are people like that, and there are people like myself that don't have that type of impairment. Okay, so I'm talking to people that are not on a chronic depression medication or something like that. I'm talking about just ordinary people, because I'm not a doctor. Disclaimer, guys, I'm not a doctor. So what I'm saying is that if a person is suffering from a depression which is chronic and it's been diagnosed as being a medical condition, then you need to go see your physician. You need to go see your specialist, right? However, not all of us suffer from a chronic depression, right? Not all of us have that impairment. So I'm talking to those that don't have that impairment. So these are things you can do. Go for a walk, move your body, eat some great food, some sun foods, as Dr. CB says, late Dr. CB. Eat some sun foods, go and sleep, put some music on. What I used to do before, when I used to get my bounce of feeling low, I go sleep. I eat and I go sleep, and I get up in the next morning. And before I sleep, I tell myself that all is well. Tomorrow is going to be a perfectly beautiful day. Remember, your last thoughts are very important. Tomorrow I feel better, so I go and lie down and I'll sleep. And I find that I will sleep because I was exhausted. Because you must understand that depression, feeling low, is also connected to not having enough sleep and not resting, not having enough chi. There's another thing can also help with your energies, your sleep and rest, right? So people have this idea that, oh no, I'll sleep when I'm dead. You're actually killing yourself when you're doing that, because you need to sleep. And I'm not saying sleep 8 hours a night, whatever. You got to sleep according to what your needs are. You understand? Everybody's different. There's no blanket solution for every person, right? So, yeah. So, sleep is important. Drinking enough water, exercising, eating good food, meditating, doing stretches, doing yoga, all these things, right? Journaling, speaking to somebody you can trust, right? So inner circle should be normally people that you trust, right? So inner circle can also help you if you're feeling down and depressed, right? Those type of things. So we need to be careful of that. People have a weak sense of self. Okay, so you have all these people around you, and maybe these people are not so positive people. These people are people with low frequency. Okay, you tend to own their perception about life. You tend to be influenced by those people's perceptions, right? Because you have a low or a weak sense of self. a weak sense of self, low self-esteem, right? So how do you work on your low self-esteem? You basically tune into yourself, and then you use your journaling, right, as well. You can use journaling to actually raise your frequency. Write your feelings in, right? Write what you desire in life. Write like a story about yourself, like story time. What you truly envision yourself to be, your highest timeline persona. You have the right to do so, and you can do it, and it's okay, because we can use fairy tales as well, because there's no such thing as fairy tale. Fairy tale is what creates reality, because the person that created the airplane, it was like fairy tale then for him, right? Before it became a reality, he had this idea, the spoken idea. It was like a fairy tale. So everything begins with a story, with a fairy tale, with fantasy, in other words, right? So when you're living in a fantasy world, right, and you're writing these things about yourself, you can actually use that energy to manifest. But remember that when you are having a fantasy idea about yourself, creating your reality, you also need to have great belief in that thing and in yourself. And you must also have some action. So you'll add some actions as well, that's going to help you to create that thing that you want to create, right? So manifesting, we do it all the time. However, we always do it like automatic mode, and we're not really paying attention to what we do. We're not paying attention to our choices. Your choices in life are very important, guys, right? So I'm Sissy, life coach and motivational speaker, right? Today I'm speaking about your inner world and all the things we can do to help us improve our inner world, so that we can have better thoughts about ourselves, and then better words, and then better emotions that work for us, okay? So this topic is quite a broad topic, right? So your true belief is your assumptions. Your true belief becomes your assumption. Your assumptions about life, about relationships, for example. Maybe you have the assumption because you had bad relationship past. You have the assumption that all men are rubbish, all men are trash. What you've done, you put yourself in a box called all men are trash, and all these women belong in that box. Women that believe in that, right? And they believe that all men are trash. And now that's their core belief system. So what they're doing now, they're manifesting all those men into their lives that are trash, because they believe in it. And it's simple as that. This is physics. It's simple as that. What you believe in will become your reality, and this has been proven. So if you believe that all men are trash, or all men are scarce, or good men are scarce, actually, if you believe that good men are scarce, then you're in that box with other women, because there's many other women with the same belief, right? And you'll all keep on manifesting the same thing. Scarcity of good men. You'll keep on dating rubbish. You'll keep on saying yes to all the men that are not good, because you'll believe that there's a scarcity. So you'll bring in scarcity in your life. You'll stop bringing in scarcity of good men in your lives, right? Basically, that's what happens, okay? So I'm talking through my own personal experience, because I've been there, right? I also used to believe that. I used to sit with my single friends in Johannesburg, and they used to talk about how good men are scarce, and how it's so hard and difficult to find your soulmate and stuff like that, right? But when I changed that, and I moved myself from that box, and I went to create my own little reality, that yes, there is a man out there good for me. I'm sure there is, because I can see other women are manifesting and attracting their life partners. Me too, I can do the same. So when I switched and changed, right? Life's all about switch and change. Manifesting and creating and making better things in your life is about switching and changing your thoughts, your belief systems, your assumption about life, and moving yourself to another box, right? Another box that just simply means that all things are possible, right? That yes, I'm worthy. I had to work on my self-esteem. I had to say I'm worthy of meeting a great guy, because my previous relationships with men were not so good, so I didn't have good experiences, right? But remember, those experiences were attached to emotion. Now these emotions were then heard by the God complex, which is your subconscious mind, right? Subconscious mind started telling me, whenever I thought about going to date again, that my subconscious will pop up with an idea that no, good men are scarce. You know what I mean? That kind of thing, that it's hard to find a good man. And yeah, and then when I got rid of that, when I took that belief system out, and I changed that belief system to something that all things are possible, that I'm worthy, that yes, there is good men out there, yes, there is good relationships out there. I even started counting all the people I know that are married for years and they have wonderful relationships. If you don't have those, then go online and check on social media and follow people in good relationships. You understand? And what I'm talking about here, I'm not talking about perfection, because there is no perfection, right? I'm talking about you rewiring yourself. Start now looking at all those relationships that you really would like to be part of. Okay, and take away that the whole idea of scarcity, that there is no good men out there. And Mina, I manifested my hobby of, like, it's gonna be 13 years now. In 2011, I met my husband. In 2010, I stopped dating rubbish. I left my ex at that time. You get my point? I left him because he was rubbish. Right? I was dating him for many years and he was not taking where I was going, wanting to go. He didn't want what I wanted. He was not in line to me. Right? And I thought I could change him for many years. You know, the whole drama, we always do that, because we women, we emotional. Right? And emotions are what creates our reality. Right? So when you're emotional and you're emotional over the wrong things, you start manifesting the wrong things through your emotion, guys. Right? So it's simple as that. So here we are in 2024, and I'm now 13 years married, right? So all those other women that used to complain with me in my group, in a little box, our box of men, good men or scarce kind of thing, some of them did meet, they changed their perceptions, and they did meet some good partners. Most of them are still single. You understand? Still in the dating game, up and down, and doing the same thing over and over again. That's why I coach in relationships as well, on how you can manifest your ideal man as well. I speak about how you can change your perceptions and how to go about doing a step-by-step. So I normally coach for like 3 months, right? So the person will sign a contract with me. I coach both men and females, right? You'll sign a contract with me, and basically we'll look at your areas. I'll do a clear assessment with you, right? Look at all the areas you need to work on in your life, right? And even together we'll come up with plans, and I will work it out. Because remember, guys, every single person has their own solution to their own problem inside, but they are ignoring it, and they think they're not worthy. They think they're not clever enough to solve their own problems. Everybody can solve their own problems. People are ignoring the solutions, because solutions means I have to come out of my bloody comfort zone. I have to move myself from my comfort zone to get somewhere else. Hi guys, for those who joined, I'm talking about manifesting now as well, but through your thoughts, your emotions, and your words, right? That kind of thing. And I'm just going into in-depth in terms of giving examples, not like relationships and stuff like that, because it has to be something that's tangible for you guys, for you to understand how this whole concept works, right? To make it realistic. So as I said, so you change your life by changing your thoughts, your belief systems, your assumptions about yourself and the world. And then you start using words aligned to the new thoughts and assumptions about yourself and the world. You start talking about how wonderful the life is. You start talking about how easy it is to make money, for example. That's another example. Another thing is money. Money is always an issue for every single person. So when you start seeing money for what it is, I also coaching that, by the way, and how to manifest more money, because it's all based on frequency and energy, and money is energy and frequency as well, right? So back to the thoughts and belief systems, right? It's very important for us to understand your true belief on your assumptions about yourself is connected to your emotions or inner emotions. Your emotions are what creates it. Your emotions is that energy that makes the universe give you what you want. You understand? So your thought is like a seed. Your thought is the seed. The seed you put in the ground. You open the ground and you think about this thing. You put the seed into the ground, right? Then you water the seed with your emotions and your affirmation. You're affirming it. Okay, this is my thoughts. I know that I can make this money. I know that this business is gonna go well. I know that all I have to do is do a few actions. All I need to do is do this, register it, get some money, go to the bank, maybe get some family members to help me. I know it's possible. I know if I start small, I can just grow my business bigger, right? And I'm worthy of this. I can do this. I can do this. And you go online, you get some books, and you're reading about business. You're putting the water. You now seeding it. You're putting your water on it so it can grow, so the seed can now germinate. Okay, then you're putting it in the sun. You loving your idea. Love equates to sun, right? So you put in the sun and you're loving this idea, you're affirming it, you're putting your prayers of positivity, you're talking to your friends about it, those friends, guys, that are supportive, not those friends that are going to be telling you, oh no, don't do that there, it won't work out. No, keep away from people that are negative, because their energies will affect your manifestation in most cases, because especially if you look up at people, you're looking up at these people and they are being negative. This has happened to me many times, right? I rush and I tell somebody thinking that person is going to be all happy, and sometimes they pretend that they're all happy, but they're not. They're actually thinking, oh shit, who does she think she is? But I'm not going to tell you that. Who does she think she is? She wants to be a business person. And even I'm not a business person. People like that, because there are people in our realities that have low frequencies and we don't even know it. I'll tell you why. This is the story. Okay. A person is made up of different frequencies, right? Your body, your mind, your subconscious mind, it's your body, it's your subconscious mind, your emotional body, right? And then at least about 5 of them, I forgot other 2, but it's different bodies, right? So these different bodies have different level of frequency, right? So in your physical body, maybe you have some issues, disappointments and pain and fear, right? So you kind of attract people at that level too. Some of your people in your inner circle have fear and pain and stuff in the physical that matches you, and maybe they have like maybe low self-worth or something, so you kind of match with those friends with low self-worth. Okay. And then maybe emotionally, you emotionally emotionally thin, you emotionally don't have good vibes about your emotion, right? For example, your emotional body is dark and sunken, right? So basically you're not very cheerful person. You're triggered by circumstances that makes you happy. Okay. So that's also weakness, right? So maybe you'll attract people like that, right? So remember that all these 5 bodies, including your cell, which is your higher self, your soul, which is the 5th one. Your soul is always high vibration. That's why they always tell you that you need to know yourself, you need to connect to your soul, your higher self. It's always in high vibration. And how do you get to your soul? Is that you raise your frequency. You go, you sit there and you do your meditation. You affirm and you ask your higher self, even ask your higher self, what should I do now? I have this business idea. What should I do now? I don't want to go tell people, because I'm not trusting these people to give me the positive feedback. So I'm coming to you, higher self. That's the God self, the emotional body, the subconscious mind, your higher self, right? So you ask that higher self, like, what do you think about this business? And just be quiet, right? And say, I really want to do this business. And maybe you'll hear voices like, why do you want to do this business? You really think you'll be good at this business? Have you done research in the business? Because your higher self is going to ask you about things that are going to make you go do the positive action. Your higher self is always triggering positive action. It always wants you to do the best for your life. It always wants you to do the best. Do you understand? Your lower self is the one, your ego is going to say, I don't do business. What about what you don't make money? What if you don't make money? What about customers? The lower self is always going to give you problems. Always give you problems. The higher self will always give you positive vibes and what to do next, right? So we can call it God. It's fine, because it is God after all. You came up with. So people go in and say, I had a vision, I had dreamed, I asked God something and I had a vision, and at night I got all my answers. That's your higher self, aka God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. It's answering you, right? Your lower self will say, but Sisyan, you don't have time for business. You don't have the skills for the business. You don't have the resources for the business. But Sisyan, you full-time employed, where you don't have time for your business. That's your lower self. Your ego is always putting problems. It's always putting problems. At the same time, doesn't want to be put in a situation of uncomfortability. If you're going to start a business, you have to move from your known situation, which is very comfortable, right, to a place where you're going to be trying new things. Your subconscious mind doesn't like that. Your lower self doesn't like trying new things. So it always catch you there. It always cut you down. You understand? So you need to be aware of your higher self and your lower self, okay? Your lower self, I said, is your ego. It's based on your ego. Your lower self will never give you positive feedback. It'll always give you problems. It won't give you possibilities. Your higher self will say, wow, Sissy, if you can start this business now, you know you'll be so good at this thing. Not much money, and how easy it's going to be to have clients because you're an outgoing person, you studied marketing, or you got it, whatever. It's going to tell you positive things, that all things are possible. Your higher self, your lower self, which is the devil. I don't know if people, you're familiar with that concept where they say the left and the right. Right? The right is the angel, the left is the devil. It's the same concept, guys. Same concept I'm talking about. You get the right side, which is basically your angel, which is your higher self, right? And then the left side, which is your devil, which is your lower self, the ego. The ego is always going to give problems because it doesn't want to be put in an uncomfortable situation. It doesn't want you to stretch. And if you stretch and grow yourself, you're going to be uncomfortable, right? So it doesn't want that. It's just the way it is. It doesn't want it because it just wants comfort. The avatar wants comfort. Like, for example, simple example I can give you guys. If you join the gym now and they say to you, okay, you need to lose 10 kgs, and these are things you must do. These are the foods you must eat. These are foods that you must not eat. And maybe those foods you must not eat are the things you love to eat. Right? And it says that these are the things that you must eat, and you don't really like those foods that you must eat. You understand? That kind of thing. Okay, I'm almost, let me see. Okay, right, here we go. Yeah, today, right. Okay, so I was giving an example of the gym, right, on how your lower self, your ego, your avatar will always give resistance to change, right? So basically, when it's put in a situation where it has to change, make an uncomfortable change, and start eating healthy foods that don't taste so nice in the mouth, your lower self, your devil, the left hand angel, yeah, the devil, will start whispering things in your ears. But this is not possible. How are we going to live like this? Just eating all these vegetarian foods, or how these foods that we don't like. I like bread. You know what I mean? All these things, I don't do with life without bread. So these are the things that actually happen to us. I mean, really. It's like a movie playing in our head, but really happens. Right? In the right side, the higher self, the angel, will say, no, man, Sissy, try it. Try it. Even if you just try one meal, if you eat 3 meals, just one meal, or just change one thing, small things, just make small changes. You can change, you can do this thing, and gradually you can add on to your change. Gradually you can make this change. Gradually you can now lose all this weight. You know, imagine, Sissy, how good you look when you have lost that fat around your torso, or around your hips. Imagine how good you look in your jeans. It's now December time. Imagine summertime. Imagine how good you're gonna look. But the other side will keep on pestering you, but still, Sissy, really, there's nothing wrong with the way you look. You know what I mean? And it's nothing to do with being right or wrong. But this side is always going to give you those stupid excuses that, no, who's looking at you? Things like that. It's all in your head, and then the right side, but it's for your health. The right side will say, but Sissy, it's for your health. I said, no, don't worry, January, try January. Try now, December time, eat whatever you want to eat. December time, it's time to eat for everyone, eat and drink whatever you want to drink and all those things. You see, now, these are the things that happen to us. Our lower self, most cases, wins. The left side, that demon, that devil wins, right? And then we think that somehow we're serving ourselves. No, you're not serving yourself. If you're not serving your higher self, your true self, you're not serving yourself at all. You're serving your ego if you don't serve your higher self, right? So that's how it works, right? At the end of the day, Being healthy is more than just looks. Being healthy is also about your organs operating 100%. It's about your skin being beautiful. It's about you having less sicknesses. It's about you having no sicknesses. Being healthy is all about that. It's not about the looks. It's not about looking good for December. It's about you being good for life. You understand? So these are the things that we need to understand. So that's about the health part, right? So you can use the same concepts of changing your ideology, your belief systems, your core belief systems in any other area of your life, in your relationships, in your work, in your money. Oh, money, we all love money, right? In your money and stuff, you can build a better relationship with the flow of money in your life by creating abundance within you, those type of things. And these are things that are very important. So they all link to your thoughts. They all link to your belief systems, right? So emotional traumas can also set us back. Emotional traumas. So we begin getting emotional traumas from the age of birth, when we were born, right? So they say the first 7 years of a child's life is very important, because that's the time that you've been conditioned, right? And it's always trauma written in our scripts, okay? I had my own trauma in my own script, right? Born in a single parent home, from where a father was alcoholic, born with this and that, mother struggling financially. Those are all my traumas, my small little traumas. So they might seem like nothing, but they are traumas, okay? Because everything is about a struggle. If you're born in a single parent's home with not enough money, with a parent who's working in a factory, all those things, you understand? Not having a father around to uplift the home and provide for the home and support the mother, that's trauma to the children. So I had my own trauma. Every single person in this life who's now on this life knows about what I'm talking about. We all have our own little traumas, and there's no one bigger than the other, because trauma is just trauma, right? Okay, and then eventually there's other traumas that happen after 7 years, okay? My next trauma was at 18, when I got hurt and I lost my ability to use my body properly. You understand? I became a physically disabled person. That's another trauma on its own, okay? And then traumas of relationships, boyfriends, cheating, boyfriends telling you you're not good enough in actions with their cheating. That's trauma. Okay, and there's other traumas as well in school. Teachers that put you down and say that you were stupid, you're not clever enough, you're not like the other children. That's another trauma. Or your bestie lying to you and cheating behind your back and going to talk about you by other friends. That's also trauma, guys. Your brother hitting you in the home and telling you why you never wash those dishes and giving you a clap, you come and wash the dishes. That's trauma. Every single thing that brings emotion, it's pain, it's trauma. So all these things are happening to us, right? So these traumas affect our thoughts and our belief systems. These traumas affect our sense of self, who we are. They close our chakras. These traumas close out, for example, your throat chakra. That's where you express yourself, okay? If you abuse at home, if your life script included abuse, physical or mental abuse at home, it'll affect your chakra, right? It'll affect your throat chakra. It'll affect your heart chakra. It'll get closed because you're not receiving love from home. You're not receiving a validation from home, and it'll affect your solar plexus chakra, because you're not feeling validated, because you don't have the love. You understand? So every single person has trauma, and these traumas spill out into our adult lives. Okay, these traumas cause problems. You're testing at school, matric, from primary school to matric, the tests, you in class. That's trauma, because at home you have to explain why you failed, why you didn't do so good. That's trauma on its own, because it's a negative emotion that's been triggered. You're not getting validated, because people are saying in your home or in your family, why you're not doing good, there's so and so in your family. That's trauma. Guys, we are filled with trauma from a young age, filled to the brim, right? And then in life as adults, we continue with this trauma drama in our relationships. Our relationships are the biggest things ever, because our relationships are the biggest part of the game. That's one of the biggest traps in the game, because relationships are what we need. At the same time, relationships are very complicated and complex and challenging, and they cause trauma. relationship with our school teachers, relationship with our friends, relationship with our brothers, relationship with our managers, our university lecturers, whatever it is. Every single person in your life is there in relation with you. Even if the person doesn't see you every single day, if you go to maybe gym and you have an instructor that's helping you to sculpture your body, you're having a relationship with that person, right? You're in relation with that person. And if that person is not giving you positive feedback, it spills trauma in you. And if you are treating that person like shit because you're paying that person, you're pouring trauma into that person, right? So we become both victims and also those people conflicting trauma on other people. Basically, that's what we are. We just pull the trauma, and the saddest part is this, is that if you have a lot of trauma in your life and you haven't dealt with your own personal trauma, you will spill it on every person that you meet. You'll be a bitter person. You just be a bitch, as they call it. You just sound naring because you got all this trauma. You cannot be happy. You cannot be happy. You cannot be joyful. You cannot enjoy people because you have all this trauma, right? That's the trick of life. Now, I don't think you guys thought about how in-depth this trauma is, right? It's very in-depth. You go to salon, the hair story. I have my own hair trauma. I have my own skin trauma because of my skin color. Born and raised in a colored community, not being white enough or light enough, not having a good hair, as they call it. I have my own traumas even with that. Then you have trauma with your body because you feel that you compare yourself to other people in your community, in your family, in your reality. You're comparing yourself to other people because you are lighter or darker skinned in your family, or you are more chubby, or you're more skinny. That's all the trauma. And our parents, our family members. And they don't really mean bad, but unconsciously they're adding more fuel to the trauma. You understand? The shape of your eye, shape of your nose. I had nose trauma when I was growing up. So we all have some sorts of trauma. Now this trauma spills out into our lives, right? So we're then operating from this trauma, because the trauma, emotional trauma effects is kept in our subconscious mind, in our God mind, right? In the emotional body, right? So each time an event happens that's similar to what happened when you were a child, when your brother teased you because of your nose, or your brother said your hair is not good enough, or whatever sort it may be, or you are cruise scope, whatever sort it may be, all that trauma comes out, right? And then what you do, your subconscious mind will bring a script forward, the scripts of how you originally dealt with this issue. You know what I mean? Like what you saw on TV or what you experienced somewhere else, if it's your first experience. Right? So when you first had the experience with your brother say, but no, you put like a bottle, or you put like a whatever, those type of things. That's the first time it happens, okay? So now years down the line, 10, 15 years down the line, somebody in university says, hey, but somehow you pull somehow, then you get triggered, the trigger thoughts, that emotion and shock and shame that came out when your brother said it when you were 5 years old, or when you were 6 years old, or whatever age you were, because this subconscious mind doesn't forget anything. That's why it's called the God complex or God energy. That's where the thoughts are kept, things are kept there, the emotions are kept there. It'll come out with that same emotion you had when you were 5 years old, and you get so mad and upset, and you'll even wonder, but why am I feeling like this? Because this guy is just saying, he's joking maybe, or maybe he's just playing, but you'll have the traumatic response, and you will respond exactly the same way because you've been programmed, right? That's why I say that the subconscious mind, the emotions are very powerful, because your subconscious mind connects and keeps things that are that have emotional charge, as they say, right? So those words about somebody picking on your body shape, or your nose, or your hair, whatever it is, triggers that emotion. Then you respond according to how you responded before, or according to what the emotion brings out of you. Anger, frustration, shame, violence, you know what I mean? Just want to punch a person in the nose or something like that. You understand? These are things that happen to us because we're human, right? So how do you work on that? You have to first recognize your triggers. First recognize your traumas. First recognize all those things that trigger you to an emotion where you're not really responding but you're reacting. You have to respond, don't react. And a person that does inner work, silence work, going to meditate, journaling, is able to respond better and not react, because we don't want to be reacting beings. We want to be people that respond to situations, right? We first think about it. We know, okay, I know I will not let this thing trigger me again, right? So the first rule they teach you is the 5-second rule, right? The 5-second rule is when you're quiet for 5 seconds. When somebody comes to you and says, Sissy, but Mar, those dreads are somehow, hey, you and your good cruise scope, and the word cruise scope just gets me crazy. You know, get my point? Like, crazy. I just don't. I start thinking like when I first heard, when I was 2 years old, or when I was 3 or 5, whatever. You understand? You're supposed to stop 5 seconds and just observe that feeling you have. If it's a feeling of anger, observe it. Do not respond. And I know it takes a lot of work to get there, right? But I've been through the work, right? So you simply relax. 5 seconds, no response. Just look at the person. And sometimes no response is better than any response. So when I realize that if something triggers me and I haven't really worked on this thing, it's best for me to shut up. Just look at the person and wait for 5 seconds. You know, and then your anger or your frustration, your shame will subside. You understand? Because in most cases, no response is better than any response. And that's a sign of maturity, that you are not triggered by things. You're not like triggered by people saying things to you. You mature, you will observe that thing very well. You understand? Observe it and be quiet for 5 seconds, just 5 seconds, and then change the topic and say, you know, you're very funny, eh? Yeah. Thank you, whatever, or be sarcastic, whatever, but don't respond directly straight away when the anger comes and it fills your chest and it gives you a heartburn in your chest, in your throat. Do not respond then. Respond when you calm. Let the moment pass, as I say. Let the dust settle, as I say. You get my point? So that's how you do it. That's how you have to remain posed. You got to be demure, you know, as I say. You must be posed. So that's how you do it. That's how you actually respond to something like that. Sometimes a stupid comment doesn't need your response, right? So you know you're beautiful. You know you've worked on yourself. You know your hair is beautiful. You know your nose is perfect. You know you have a perfect body, right? And maybe if it's not perfect, it's okay. You're working on it. You know what I mean? You appreciate your body. The first sign of working on your body is appreciating it as it is now. Appreciate the fact you have a roll, yeah. It's fine. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's fine. I have a roll. Yeah, I'm fine. You know, maybe I got a big nose. I'm fine with my nose being big. It's fine. Now imagine my nose is too small. Or imagine if I had Caucasian hair. You know, it wouldn't go on my African features, my beautiful African features. These are the things that you need to also consider, guys. You've got to be thankful for who you are at this moment. And don't be triggered by other people's bullshit. Because those people that say negative things to other people are also just reflecting their own pain. People that are not full with pain, with love, will spew hate because they're full of hate. Right? People are not aware that what they say to people can hurt people. Those people are not immature, then you should not be friends with those people. Go find yourself better friends. If it's your family, ignore them. You know what I mean? Try and find those family members that are more woke, because if you are woke, then you should spend time with people that are also woke in their mind, people that have love and kindness in their hearts. Okay, so all the things are very important. I made some notes here because there's a lot to say. I'm about to round off anyway, guys. So you create your reality with your thoughts, your belief systems, right, and everything else. Right, so another thing that's also good that you can also use is affirmations, right? Affirmations are wonderful, but some affirmations give resistance. If you're not feeling good about when saying something, like for example, I'm a winner. If you feel that you're not really a winner, right, just say, I'm working on being a winner. Try and read and meet that concept in a less resistant place, okay? So people think that all you have to do is go and affirm. It's always about the emotion, the feeling that it conjures within you, the feeling that it triggers within you. You understand? So when I began my affirmation journey, right, in 2015 or so, around that time, there were certain things that made me feel good, but I really wanted to be and believe in those things, right? So what I simply did, I looked at the least resistance. I tried to look at all the things that made me feel good, and I work on those affirmations very well every single day, right? And then the others, I would say something like, I'm working on it. I'm working towards it. I'm looking forward to feeling like that because I know I'm worthy. You have to meet it at a place of least resistance. That's why people think that you just go and affirm. You don't just affirm. Affirmation go with emotions, right? So when you are saying something to seat your mind and change your thoughts and your belief systems and rewire your belief systems and rewire your God complex, your subconscious mind, then you must think of the least resistance, right? Think of the words and concepts that make you feel good about yourself at that moment. Like, for example, I'm highly blessed. And how you know you're highly blessed? Look at your life. Look at all the things you have in your life. Look at your phone. You've got a phone, you've got data, you're highly blessed. Look at your job, you got a job to go to. You know what I mean? You got a place where you're adding value. You know what I mean? If you have to leave your job or go to another job, another place to work, they'll miss you because you're adding value. You need to tell yourself that wherever you are going, you're adding value because you are a value-adding person. That's what you're here for, to add value in reality, in people's lives, in your own life. In the game, you have to add value in the game, you understand? I know in my life, you're adding value because you're taking part in my life. So I love every single person here in my life, and I know that you're all adding value to me, to my little experience in my little cell. As Sisian, the life coach and motivation speaker for today. Thank you so much for joining. And if you came in at the beginning, you're still here. Thank you so much. And I hope that what I'm saying is bringing value in your life. I hope what I'm saying is adding to you. Right? So this week and going forward, you will always think of positive things, right? I'm adding value into you, that everything can be transmuted to the positive, right? So as I said, affirmations must be used correctly. Always correctly. Always use your affirmations correctly, okay, in those terms, right? Understand the affirmations are attached to emotions. Emotions are what creates your reality, not the words, not even the actions. Because the fact, if you're feeling bad about what you're saying, and it brings up bad emotions, your actions towards the thing that you're saying won't really manifest good things in your life, right? Remember that we're always manifesting and creating, so we're always creating, right? So manifesting is what we do, but we need to learn how to do it more consciously and more aligned to what we want. You understand? So you take your belief systems and you put them, make them align to what you want, your highest timeline. You understand what you desire. So if you have a belief system that's against what you want, switch and change, move it, delete it, erase it, eliminate it, add another belief system that's going to work towards what you want. Put a belief system that's going to be aligned to what you want, okay? That's how you work it. It's a simple, conscious job of just working through your emotions, working through everything in your life, right? That's why it's important for you to have quiet time, alone time, journal time, meditation. You know what I mean? Where you're going to be cultivating yourself. You need to do that. Because when you show up in the world, you need to show up as a hero. You need to show up as somebody who's amazing already. Because don't wait for people to tell you you're amazing. Don't be pushing, working hard so that somebody can tell you, wow, you're amazing. You are first class students. Wow, you are first class employee. No, it must start from inside of you. You must be a first class person within yourself. You must love yourself before you expect other people to love you. You need to love your work that you're doing before you expect other people to love the work that you're doing, okay? Don't get stuck in the rats of the matrix. Right? It's not about other people, it's about you. This is your individual game. Nobody else, it's your individual game. So when you're playing your game, think of your thoughts, right? Think of what are my core thoughts? Are my core thoughts serving my highest purpose? Are my thoughts and my belief systems serving my highest purpose? That's what I need to ask myself each day. Are my thoughts today serving my highest purpose? What I'm thinking about my manager, is it serving my highest purpose? What I'm thinking about my body, is it serving my highest purpose? What I'm thinking about my husband, is it serving my highest purpose? Guys, these are things that are very important. Right? So what you think about your husband, for example, and it's been proven so many times. If you think positive about your husband and praise your husband for all the good things he's done, those good things grow, right? Those good things expand. So what happens? Your husband starts showing those traits of goodness because you're really speaking into the ethers. Your subconscious mind is going to bring it forward. Your God conscious mind is going to connect to the divine, and is always connected to the divine. That's how we connected in this matrix. Our subconscious mind is connected to the matrix divine, to the God. You understand? That's how we get prayers answered. I could never understand how this thing works, right? How prayers are answered. Prayers are answered basically because the divine is connected to our subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the truth of who you are, not your words, not your conscious mind. So your conscious mind is the facade, the character that we carry every single day, pretending to be. But your subconscious mind is the real you, the real belief systems of who you really are. So the divine consciousness, aka God, is connected to your subconscious mind. Now imagine 8 million subconscious minds on this earth in the game, right? 7 to 8 million, creating this big reality that we're all seeing now playing out. You understand? It affects everything, the astrology, it affects the weather, it affects everything because it's connected to our subconscious mind. That's why people say, oh, but I didn't ask for that thing. You know, I don't want that thing. You consciously don't want it, but subconsciously you do want it. Subconsciously you're against everything that you have, that you think you want in your conscious mind. That's why it's important for us to work on our subconscious mind, guys. It's very important. It's not your enemy. Subconscious mind is not your enemy, right? Your ego is not your enemy. These are just concepts, constructs of this reality. They're not things you need to get rid of, because they're all there to serve a purpose. The subconscious mind is there to serve a purpose, to connect you to the divine, aka God. Your ego serves a purpose to root you here. Without the I, we need identity. We need identity, right? But we get stuck in the ego, right? We start feeding the ego too much and we forget about the spiritual side of us, our higher self, right? As I said early on, there's your your lower, which is your left, little devil, and there's your higher self, right? Your higher self is always there to get the best for you. It's always there to encourage you, to uplift you. Your higher self is aka God, your angel, your spiritual guides. You understand that kind of thing. So these are things you get to understand when you do the work and understand and research on how it really works here in this game, yeah. So use affirmations at least for least resistance, right? As I said, do not use affirmations that give you resistance, affirmations that make you feel bad. You get my point. Of example, you don't truly believe that you are a winner in life, right? Because you're looking at your experience and you're thinking about, when was I a winner? My brother's doing much better than me. You know, those type of things. You start, because we compare ourselves to other people anyway. So try and use affirmations that will have least resistance to your belief system. Like, for example, you could say, as I said, I'm working on being a winner. I'm looking forward. I'm actually putting things in place in my life so I can be a winner. You know what I mean? I'm actually getting better at this life thing. I'm getting better at it. I'm going to be a winner soon. You know what I mean? I love the idea of being a winner. I know it's possible. I know I'm worthy of being a winner. You see, you have to meet yourself where you are. Meet yourself where you are. Like how you'll meet other people where they are. You will meet yourself where you are in life, right? So I'm about to end my life now, guys. So those that are joining, you'll miss out some wonderful stuff. Some wonderful stuff about the mind. We spoke about thoughts. We spoke about thoughts, emotions, belief systems, right? That actually creates our reality. We spoke about all these wonderful things that actually help us, and subconsciously how we control by our emotions. So everything in our past life that triggered an emotion, fueled a reaction, right? So a belief system becomes a belief system when there's an emotion attached to it. A belief system becomes a belief system when there's emotion attached to it. I repeat that, right? And how is that? A belief system is just a thought, right? So a thought becomes a belief when you think that thing constantly. If you're constantly affirming it in your mind, the thoughts, it's always there. It's your major thoughts. It's your core thoughts. It becomes a belief. It becomes a assumption. It's an assumption about you. For example, money. When you think of the word money, what do you think? What are your thoughts about money? What comes up straight away without you even making an effort? Money. What you think about money? And then, what do you believe about money? Okay, do you feel that what you believe about money has an emotion? Because it's linked to your experience, your past experience about money, that you're in debt. And being in debt brings bad emotion, it brings heavy emotion, it brings negative feelings, it brings not answering your phone month end, it brings ducking and diving, being scared, being fearful, being frustrated. You understand? Also the emotions that create your belief system, right, about money. At least one concept about it, right? And then money, and other people will say money is hard to come by, or money is hard to make, or money is scarce. So all those beliefs are connected to an action, an experience that happened in your life, and that experience triggered an emotion. Now that emotion forges the belief, that thought into belief, right? And it becomes a concrete belief, a concrete assumption about money. Then everything in your life is around that, okay? Month end, you get paid, you get good money, and it doesn't matter how much you earn. If your belief system about money is negative, you can be earning millions, but you still feel in lack because you're afraid to pay your bills. You're afraid to take a credit card because your past time you took a credit card, you blew it. You were not educated on what a credit card is, so now you have negative perceptions about a credit card. You're fearful about it. You're thinking about the time they came to repossess your car, that they found you, they arrest you, ducked and dive. Guys, I'm talking through experience here, right? I've been there, I've done that, until I learned to heal my money wound and change my belief systems around money. That money is my friend. That a credit card is not the devil's work. That credit card can be used to make my life better. That I must pay, it's good to pay because I'm blessed. That's why I'm getting a bill every month. I'm blessed. That's why these people are nodding and they're phoning me every day. Ooh, they're irritating. But I'm blessed anyway. Because every month I know I must pay my bills. I know that money is a cycle. Money is a cycle. It's an energy. It's a frequency. It's a flow. And I need to be in that flow, guys. You see, I need to be in that flow. So I changed my perception that money is my friend. Money is my biggest friend. That money is love. And God has given me the ability to have all the money in the world. I've got a good job. I've got good money coming in my life. I've got more than one source of money coming in. Money comes in from multiple sources. These are the things that you need to actually understand, that this is a flow and you need to be open to the flow, right? Pay your bills. Make friends with your bills. You understand? Because you use that resource. So that bill that comes in is your chomi. It's there it's telling you that, wow, sister, you are so rich. You use the service and now you're paying. Hi guys, I'm waving to everybody. I hope for those that just join now, this topic is so interesting. I like talking about money and manifesting and stuff. People don't understand that money is just our friend. It's not an enemy. And they can afford a better life for us, right? And money gives us a sense of peace and power and awesomeness, because you can go and buy with your credit card and pay month in and smile and say, wow, I'm blessed. I can afford food, I can afford clothes, I can afford to help people, things, and love your job. Your employment is so important. Your hustle is so important. Your gift is so important. You get my point? That's your flow, that's your source of income. Even says in the Bible that your gift will make a way for you. Okay, so in your employment, you have a gift that you are using to generate that money. You good at maybe finance, you good at maybe IT, you good at anything. You're so good at it, you understand? So you're making this money, you open yourself to it, right? And you appreciate your employment, you appreciate the people you work with. Every single person is a golden chain to my success. Every single person in my life is a golden chain to my success. Every single circumstance in my life is a golden chain to my success. These are the things we need to go in with 2025 and be open to our wellness and our abundance, guys. We need to be open to our wellness and our abundance, because money is really impartial. Money is not evil. Money is impartial. It's not evil. Money has no feelings. We have the feelings and we spill it over that money, right? But what we are doing, causing things, negative things for ourselves by us having negative perceptions around money, right? And the whole idea, money is connected with your lower chakra, your mulahara, your lower chakra, right? Your first chakra, your red chakra at the bottom, your base chakra, that's your mulahara. When you're not secure in life, your money will be shaky. When you're not secure in life, if you're not secure in yourself, in life, where you are, in your body, your money shall be shaky, because your money is connected with your body, because you go use your body and your mind to go and make that ching ching, right? So if you are not feeling stable in your mind and your body, your ching ching will be shaky too. You have to work on your root chakra, and there's so many videos on that. Go online and look for chakra, base chakra meditation, and work on it, guys, because that's your chi, your energy and your chi. Your energy, you are chi, right? And money is energy. So when you are manifesting more money in your life, maybe you start a business, or maybe you get a new job, or maybe you do a hustle, or you go online, do an online job, whatever sort, maybe you'll be manifesting money. And it takes patience. Life is comprised of patience, love, and wellness and security within yourself, and it's all in your base chakra. So when you fix yourself energetically and you start working on your 7 chakras, your main 7 chakras, right, you actually make your life better, you actually make your money flow better, and you feel more happy. Even if they send you a bill, you go to a restaurant, you take your family out, it's December, and the bill comes in as 1,000 or maybe almost 2,000 rands, and you just want to die, right? Don't feel like that, because you took out your family, you spent your money, you ate the food, sorry, and now you're spending your money, because you're, like, for example, as soon as you ordered that food, you kind of took an order from the universe already, and you said to God that I'm here to pay. You went to the restaurant, so I'll stay in your house, you understand, and buy your food in your house and do it that way, right? But understand that money is your friend, and when you get a bill, it means the universe, God is telling you you are awesome, you're so big enough to pay this bill, and your family had good food. But please choose great restaurants where the food is great, because you don't want to be feeling like somehow, oh my God, this food is horrible, and this is so expensive. So be careful about those type of things, right? Make great choices. Make choices that are aligned to your wellness, to your level up. That when you walk out of the restaurant, you feel like you are blessed. You feel like, wow, the food was great, the service was great, it's amazing. You get what I'm trying to say? Take some pictures there about your family eating their lovely meal, and it's just like Christmas Day when you're having your Christmas lunch. That kind of thing. You hardly get people talking about how bad the food is. It was not worth the money that you spent on the meat, on the turkey, whatever sort it may be. That's another thing. Every small thing counts when your manifestation, right? Everything, especially when it comes to money. So whatever involves money, you have to have like a positive view on it, because at the end of the day, it speaks about your frequency. It also creates more or creates less, depending on the frequency, depending on your belief system about money. So money is not about working hard. Money is about loving hard. Money is about appreciating hard. Money is about loving yourself, understanding that you are worthy of all this money. You are worthy of the salary, of this bonus you could get this festive time, December. You're worthy of it. You got to feel worthy about everything, guys, because that's how money is somehow It's a loving energy, and it's connected to how you feel about yourself. Okay, so that's why they say, for example, a lot of people they say as poor as a church mouse. It is said that people that are Christian and go to church, or people that have low self-esteem. No offense, right? Because why would it say that? It say things like as poor as a church mouse. Think about it. Does it mean? Do they mean that people that are Christian, believe in God, are poor, or what do they really mean energetically? Energetically, they feel that people that or go to church are not feeling worthy, right? They don't feel worthy because they feel they're sinners, and there's no sinners in this life, really. In my own reality, there's no sinners. I'm never a sinner. I do wrong things, yes, but I'm not a sinner, right? I do make choices that are not maybe good for me, or not good for my game, not good for my reality, not good for what I want. They're not aligned to my highest level or highest timeline. You get my point? It doesn't mean I'm a sinner, right? It just means that I made a wrong decision and I have opportunity to change it, right? So that's my belief system, but everybody has their own belief system. But I believe that your belief system should align you to where you want to go in life. You understand? Don't beat yourself down, because we're here to have experiences. We're here to create. And experience means when I'm going to sometimes I'll make a mistake. Sometimes I will say something not so good, but doesn't mean I'm a sinner, doesn't mean I'm a bad person. Now that's the frequency that's causing a lot of so-called Christians to be paupers. You understand that kind of thing. To always be wanting handouts instead of being the people giving handouts. That kind of thing. If you want to give handouts, but anyway, yeah. Back to the concept of belief systems, right? Your thoughts are everything. Your thoughts are things, and what you're thinking is creating or it's destroying what you want. It's not working towards your highest timeline, right? So I keep on saying I'm about to finish, but there's so many concepts here when it comes to thoughts and stuff like that, right? So we use affirmations correctly. As I said, you have to find a point of least resistance when you're saying your affirmation. Choose them according to your emotions. Do not choose affirmations that make you feel shitty. That's why it's not working for you. You need to choose affirmations that you can repeat every day that make you feel high. They tend to make you feel good about yourself, okay? Right? So those that are not making you feel good, meet them at their point of where they are and try and be more less resistant. Don't work against yourself. Don't go against the grain. If you're feeling that this affirmation that I'm wealthy, I'm rich, and it doesn't conjure good feeling, you can, something in your mind says shit said, but you're not. Why are you saying this? You understand? Then you need to try something else. Like, I'm working towards managing my money better. I'm working towards wealth. I'm working towards appreciating what I have at this moment. I'm working towards saving more money. I'm working towards treating my money with more respect. I'm working towards paying my bills. I'm working towards wealth and, you know what I mean, and abundance, because I feel that I'm worthy. I'm beginning to feel worthy that of all the money that I need in my life that's coming, and I just love this money flow. It's coming easily into my life. I don't have to work hard. I just need to feel more appreciative. I need to love myself more. I need to build my relationship with money. You can build it anyway. It's your business. People think that, oh no, if you do certain things, you're crazy. Even if you talk to money, you take your money, 200 Rand notes, you take it and you look at it and you say, hey, I'm so thankful for you, money. Thank you for being in my life, and I'm going to use you wisely. And as I'm spending you, you're coming back tenfold into my bank account. As I'm spending you, guys, your words are spells, as I said before. So words come from your thoughts. So what you think, you shall speak, right? So you need to fix that thought first for you to be able to think, speak more positively about your situations, right? As I said, it's all about spells. Words are spells, and spells are not evil things. Spells are impartial. They're just words, right? So I know that those people, they're all people that believe that spells are somehow evil. They're not. Words are spells. And when you listen to the people that are or rapping. They're spinning spells. And we all rap with them. You know, some of us don't even understand what they're saying, what we're rapping, because we love the beats. But they're spilling spells, and we are owning those spells. We're accepting it. We are building what he's building with his spells. But why don't you build your own life with your spells? Speak more positive. Write more positive. Think about positive affirmations every morning. Spill your spells over your day, and you'll see what will happen. It's magical. If you get up in the morning and you say, today's a wonderful day, and I know when I get to that office, everybody's just going to love me. I will just be loved and appreciated. I'm always loved and appreciated. And maybe it won't work that day, but you'll see, you'll feel better about yourself, right? But if you keep on saying that every single day and own it every single day and believe it, eventually one day you'll get to the office and people are wondering, wow, Sissy, and you look good today. Wow, it's nice to have you around. Wow, I was just thinking about you. Come here, come help me with this. Come here, please, have this. I think you deserve it. You do it very well. You need to think positive of yourself, guys. You need to have ears. There's nothing wrong with having ears. You know, you need to really love yourself and appreciate yourself. People can appreciate you too, because they need to match your energy. So when you come in there and you're feeling like shit, right, they will match your energy. People will meet you where you are. You understand? They will start treating you the way you feel about yourself. I learned this the hard way. People will treat you the way you feel about yourself and or what you think about yourself. Right? If you're low frequency and you got low self-esteem, people will treat you that same way. So you need to be open to these things and concept, guys. Be very clear about yourself, who you are. And I don't care what happened and what you look like and what you failed, what you did not fail, because failure doesn't exist. Failure is just another experience, okay? It means that now you have an opportunity, if you want to try it again, okay? It means that you have a place to improve on yourself. It doesn't mean that you're shitty. It doesn't mean that the world is ending. It doesn't mean that you're worth nothing, because you're worth a lot. Every single person in this reality, in this world, in this matrix is worth a lot. Even the ones that do negative things. But anyway, everybody's worth a lot, okay? That kind of thing. So the God within you helps you manifest all the things that you want in your life, right? So the seeds of God, your soul, let's say it's in your subconscious mind, okay? Your emotional body, your emotional mind. Everything that's kept in your emotional body, in your emotional mind, your subconscious mind is connected to your emotion, right? So every single experience from childhood to now, good or bad, is kept there. And each time something similar pops up, is connected to those certain experiences, your subconscious mind will now bring a script on how you respond to it. You understand? That's how it works. Be magical. Yes, I know we are very magical. We connected to the divine consciousness in the matrix, right? We're not alone here. We connected to divine consciousness, to God, through our soul, our subconscious mind, our God center of who we are, right? And it's connected to your pineal gland, which is awesome, right? So these are the things that we need to get to understand, that we are miraculous beings, right? Magical beings. All things are possible, but we need to first fix our thoughts, our assumptions, our core belief systems, and make them work for us by aligning them to where we want to go. You understand? You need to align your self-concept, your subconscious mind, your recording, your belief systems to where you want to go. You need to align yourself to where you want to go by having belief systems that are going to fuel you and help you to get where you want to go in life, okay? So that's why it's important. Thoughts are very important. Very, very, very important. And I know that people have heard this hundreds of times, right? But in this life, I kind of broke it down to get you to understand that your God concept, your seat of the soul, is connected to your subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is not your brain. Your brain is the physical organ, right? There's an energy around it that's called the mind, right? There's an individual mind, your micro mind, and there's a collective mind, which is your macro mind, which is all of us, all 8 billion? Yeah, all 8 billion of us in the world. 7 to 8 billion, as I say, but I don't think that number is correct, but anyway, that's what I say. Yeah, so all of us are connected, and we have a mind, right? So we have a collective mind. So this collective mind can be, it's expressed, like for example on media, social media, people's opinions. It's collective mind. So you see social events happening, you see actors dressing a certain way, behaving a certain way. That's also affecting the collective mind. And then don't be a hive mind person. Don't just follow. Try and reason yourself. You have a individual soul, individual mind. Work on yourself so that you can know who you are, know thyself, so that you cannot just adapt the collective drama and belief systems. You understand? Be individual and stand alone. Even if your friends and family don't do what you do, or don't believe what you do, right, or don't do what you're doing, do it anyway, because you're true to yourself. This is your belief system. This is what you believe about yourself. If you're the only vegetarian in your family, it's okay. December time, they're crying, they're having all these turkey things. You do you. You get my point? If you're the only person that believes in spirituality, and they all are religious people, going to going to church, and you don't, it's fine as well. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. Be individual, right? And fix your mind. Keep your mind authentic, and don't just adapt what people say and do, right? Don't adapt what people think about you either, because you have to create your own self-concept that's solid as a rock, right? So you have the ego. The ego is the avatar, as I said, right? The ego is that lower self, right? It's not the higher self, right? So your ego will always push you to do things that are always comfortable. Your ego doesn't want you to be in an uncomfortable situation. Your ego doesn't want growth. Your ego wants you to be, because it's connected to your physical body. And I gave a simple example early on, that the ego is connected to your physical body. That, for example, I said if you want to lose weight, and you want to firm up, right, your body, it's so hard for you to do exercises. It's so hard for you to change your eating habits. It's so hard for you to stop drinking all that alcohol, copious amounts of alcohol, because your body is comfortable in it. It's comfortable in its situation. It doesn't want to be moved. It's like a baby taking a dummy out of a baby's mouth. The baby, the human body, the physical body, avatar, it's just like a baby. It needs to be comforted all the time. It wants always to be in comfortable situations. It doesn't want to be stretched, right? Now your higher mind, your soul, your higher self, wants you to stretch. You came here to stretch. You came here to grow. This is the earth school, university. This is a school of learning. Here we are to learn. We must grow. So learning something new. Your higher self is always celebrating and saying, yes, you can do this. Try it. Try it. Just try it once and let's see how it works. Then your lower brain, which is I made an example. I said the devil. You know that concept where they have the devil on the left and the right and the angel. It's the same type of concept as I said earlier on, right? So the devil on the side, your lower self. Keep on saying, but no. Why must you do it? It's uncomfortable. It's going to be so painful. But you don't have time. You must be at work, and your body's going to be sore, and it'll come up with all these excuses, because it's your lower brain, right? Your lower self. Then your higher self will be telling you, no, try it, don't worry. You make a plan. You'll reschedule your time every day, right? Reschedule it. Go shopping. You can afford it. Take all that money you were using for the junk and buy the healthy food, right? Go do what do you call it, meal planning. Yeah, go and plan your meals and stuff like that. Go and prep your meals. Your higher self is always giving you positive feedback. Your lower self is saying, no, you don't need this, we don't need this, it's painful. No, like a baby, once it's dummy all the time. When you pull out the dummy, and now you make a change, and that's when you know that when you're making a change, you're now moving towards your higher self. You're moving towards your higher timeline, where you'll be your best person ever, your highest level. You leveled up. You understand? And you look back, and you'll even be able to even evaluate yourself from where you were before and where you are now, and all the things that you have really achieved now, and what you have missed if you did not do it. All the things you could have missed out on how you self-realization, how you grew yourself, how you learned that there's different types of foods, there's different types of, there's macros and all these things. You learned all these things. You took yourself out of your comfort zone where you're eating pap every day and vors and meat and a little bit of cabbage, and now your whole plate is just full of vegetables and maybe a little protein, and you are not drinking every weekend. You don't even buy beers anymore. It's not like a lifestyle now you're buying things like fresh juices. You got a juicer, you're juicing your vegetables and your fruits. You leveling up, your skin is glowing. Wow, your digestion is hundreds. You are no constipation. Wow, all those things. And you're thinking, shit, if only I did this early on, because I was still stuck in my comfort zone. You need to be aware of your higher self and lower self. This is 2025. We're leveling up. Quiet your lower self and focus on your higher self and be the best you can be, guys. Do the best you can, and you don't have to be perfect. Just do the best, and just do it slowly. Gradual small changes. Change your thoughts, your belief systems. You came up with, feed yourself positive information, right? Remember, your subconscious mind needs to be reseated. Your subconscious mind needs to be reprogrammed. So work on reprogramming your subconscious mind so that you're able to actually level up and work on your higher self and be your higher self. The highest timeline for 2025. May this coming year be awesome, because this December is very short and fast and tiring. And don't fill yourself with rubbish food that doesn't make sense. Eat good food, right? You can afford it, so eat good food, right? Eat food that's going to add nutrition in your body, right? Keep away from too much alcohol. That's my advice for this one, yeah, for this live. It's December now. It's time for people to just, I think it's time for them to get drunk, as if they never drank a whole year. From January, if you can tell me you never had alcohol in January till now, they're not going to understand. But people were drinking from January, putting poisons in their bodies, in their vessels. Your body is your temple. In this game, your body is your avatar. Your body has a frequency. And that frequency also allows you to manifest and create and attract things, situations, and people in your body, in your life. So keep to the program, guys, of health and wealth. Health and wealth is not in a bottle. Only death is in a bottle. Now, I don't care how you feel about this. If you like alcohol so much, that's your own problem. All I know is that health and wealth cannot be brought in by a bottle with alcohol. Right? I don't care if it's wine, whatever it is, guys. We need to be true and real to ourselves. That this thing kills our kidneys. It kills our liver. It kills things in our bodies. It kills our skins. It kills our blood vessels. One night or a couple of nights of happiness, and what you're doing, you're paying with your chi, you're paying with your life source, your life power, right? For you to live a better life, you have to really cut down on the poisons, smoking included, right? Smoking, alcohol, bullshit, right, guys? Too much sex. Chill on the sex as well, because at the end of the day, everything's exchange. An energy exchange. If you're not making babies, you have no business with sex, playing around. It's not an active sport. It's not a contact sport. It's not a sport at all. It's something that's used for a spiritual purpose of bringing babies in, right? And I know that people get hooked on orgasms. Not that orgasm you're having every day. Actually, you're wasting energy, because that same energy can create your awareness and open your third eye. It can awaken you up if you use the same energy that you're just pulling out with every orgasm and expelling life out of your body. That's what you're doing. You know, they don't tell us the truth around sex, really. It's very spiritual. It's not about the high it gives you, the orgasm it gives you. That's life itself. That's why you feel that high, because it's life. But now you're spilling it out. You're spilling it out, you're wasting it, instead of you using that energy for something constructive. Now it's all way out, but it's part of manifestation and thoughts and belief systems. What you believe about sex, what you believe about life will create your life. Either make it better or make it worse. It won't make it what you want it to be, right? So you have to be aligned. It's all about aligning your thoughts, your belief systems, your assumptions, so that you can now manifest with better ease. You need energy to create life, to create the money that you need. You need energy. You need energy to attract that husband that you want. You need energy to attract that job, that those interviews, and you need energy for that. You need energy, guys. So if you're gonna spending your energy and pouring alcohol in your body and having sex like it's a contact sport, like somehow you're getting credits each time you have orgasm. I don't understand, people. You understand? These are the things that we need to consider. It's December now, and this December is well known for a lot of things that are negative, fighting and getting drunk. It's supposed to be a time where we're joyful and happy. So let's focus on being joyful and happy. It does interfere with your functioning in your senses. Alcohol, it does, and I agree with you, the person who said that, right? It does. We must be very careful with alcohol, right? Because as soon as it's commercialized, you must take note. All the things are not healthy for us to commercialize. They can't commercialize fasting, right? They can't put it in a bottle and sell it to us, right? Because they cannot do that yet. It's worth so much. Just one day of fasting can help your body. You know what I mean? They can't take love and joy and put in a bottle and sell it to us. You see, but they're selling us alcohol, and in a sense, people think that alcohol make you happy. No, it doesn't. It's poison. It's real poison. So you got to be careful and wise up, right? So I'm going to end my live now, guys. So I'm Sissy, life coach and motivational speaker. And if you love the topic I'm speaking about, because I speak about self-development and spiritual concepts of occult stuff as well, I'll be making videos on witchcraft and magic and stuff like that from next year. I'll go more in depth in those type of things, right? And how we can actually use those energies, and how impartial magic is. It's not something evil. You know what I mean? It's all about the intentions. So I'm going to make videos about that as well. You know, yeah. But anyway, I'm Sissy, life coach and motivational speaker. Peace and love to you too, my love. Creative mind. I appreciate. Yeah, anyway, thank you for joining my live, guys, and I hope you all had an awesome time, and I hope it was entertaining but also informative as well, and inspiring, right? So if you wish to follow me, you can follow me on my Instagram and also on my TikTok, and then also you can also subscribe to my YouTube with the same name, right? Manifest _ Sissy, right? So if you have any questions, comments, feel free. My community is growing, and I love that, right? My numbers are growing, so the more people join in and like my videos and stuff, the more my community grows, right? So I normally make a video on Sundays, but I'm trying to make more live videos during the holiday when I close up from my corporate job, guys. Like everybody else, I have a job, right? So the social media thing is just something that I do because I have passion regards to helping and motivating, inspiring other people. Okay, so I'm a motivational speaker. So yeah, it's just my gift to speak, right? So if you're interested, please follow me, as I said. If you have any questions, please feel free and we can chat. Okay, right? And I'm also a life coach. My website is Manifest. It's actually Consulting Sissy. Sorry, my website is consultingsissy.com. If you go on my TikTok, on top you'll see my website there. Alright, so you can go into my website, my coaching website, and you can browse and see. If you're interested, just let me know, so we can have a free session, because the first 45-minute session is free. It's called a discovery session, and then from there onwards we will talk about how we can, if we can help, you know, if I can help you, if we are matched, you know, in their terms as well, right? So enjoy, guys. Have a great day further, and enjoy this week, the 1st of December, right? This is going to be a wonderful December, and I hope you guys have a wonderful December as well. Okay, love and light, guys. Love and light.